Buying caramel apples.
Caramel apples! They're really good! At the Centennial Building!
Face me!
If you buy my apples, I'll do the jig!
We gotta go somewhere where they can actually see us.
Let's do the jig, dude. Somebody bought an apple.
It's hailing!
Come on. Buy my apples! Please!
You don't buy.
I have cancer!
I can't.
Come on! It's not a car wash! We're selling apples! Are you hot?
Buy some caramel apples.
Hey! Wait a minute! You apples! Centennial Building!
You guys are maniacs.
Buy some caramel apples! It's all about how you say it. It's all about how you say it. Caramel apples! I will get the attention of this car. You! Buy my apples! Caramel apples!